Okay, got my tool belt on. That's the first thing I do usually when I come out to the garden. I put on my tool belt. I don't really know what I'm going to use these few tools for, but I always have them ready. In this case, I might go ahead and cut open some plastic with my soil knife, and that's kind of a nifty tool. I always have a little pair of scissors in case I want to cut some fresh greens out of my garden. I always keep my clippers ready just in case I have something extra thick to put in the compost. And I like my little other harvesting clippers ready to go. I just wear this. It's easy for me to be out in the garden, and that way I don't wish I had a tool in case I need it. Alright, blustery day, middle of November. I'm going to try to put in a garden today, of all days, just as the light is waning and the temperatures are dropping. This is a great time to at least try. So I'm going to go through kind of a step-by-step part of how I install a garden, and we're going to begin right now. So the first thing I do is put down a couple big sheets of corrugated cardboard. You can get this probably at a recycling center, or you might have it from your own home. I usually take off all the packing tape. Don't really need that, don't care to have it. Corrugated cardboard is a great way to stifle the grass. You don't have to turn the earth over. You can just put this right on top. It'll stifle the growth of the grass, and it's something the worms love to eat because of the starch that's in the corrugated cardboard when they make it. It's kind of the glue. So the worms just really dig that. So that's a good thing. We're going to have the worms coming right up from underneath the cardboard, right up inside the raised bed. The next thing I'm going to do is lay down the corners. And the corners are already prefabricated. That makes it pretty nice. And I set those down approximately the 8 feet apart they're going to be. Then I get my 8-foot boards and set them within. I have a pretty good idea there. And these corners are beveled. So all we're going to need to do is put the bolt through the wing nut through and use the wing nut. So the bolts just go from the outside to the inside through the pre-drilled holes. And this is just a little bit of a finesse thing where you just have to wiggle them in, and they should go right through. Now I'm not going to put the wing nuts on yet because I'm going to use something I call stackers. And the stackers actually hold the different floors all together. So right now I'm just lining in the bolts into the holes. And you never tighten anything until you're completely ready to at the end. Now I'm going to come over here, do the same thing. Bolt through. Each hole like that. Here again, every now and then a little extra help. Soil knife's real good for that. And I start again doing the same thing. Take the corner units, set them on top. Again, love to use my handy dandy soil knife. Cut these off. All these come with their fasteners. Come over here. Set this one on top there. Get my boards. It's pretty easy. And you just set it on top. Like so. And again, back here. On top. Bolt through pre-drilled hole. Boom. Just just like that. And this side, same thing. Easy peasy. Grab my bolts and wing nuts. Nice. Now, before I put the wing nuts on, I'm going to get my set of 4 stackers. These 4 stackers go to the inside. Stackers are just holding one frame on top of the other. And I'm not really tightening those all the way. I'm just going to set them on lightly in case there's a little need for adjustment to wiggle them. Always remember turning righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Here we go. Over on this side. Okay. On goes the wing nut. There's another. Get them barely threaded on. We'll tighten everything in a few seconds. Next one. There. So this is your basic 12-inch high raised bed. And I like 12 inches of soil because it's more sustainable. I can put more complex varieties in of food that I want to grow. Deep carrots, shallow lettuces, wandering root tomatoes. All these things fit into 12 inches of soil quite nicely. So that's basically a 4x8 raised bed ready to go. Now I'm going to get the soil. The soil is going to be made up of local topsoil, used mushroom compost, which has peat in it when they make mushrooms grow in it. So that's a way to introduce peat secondhand or reused. It already has a lot of microbial activity in it based on the mushrooms being in it. Leaf mold from raked up leaves from residential collections that have rotted over the winter. And then lastly, aged manure. And when I say aged manure, I mean herbivore manure, or animals that eat only grasses. No dog stuff, no cat stuff. Rabbits make the best if you can get it.